we would like to ask some questions about your experience of KIKS project, and the first one is that how would you describe your experience with KIKS projects?
Well, about my experience in the KIKS project, I could tell that it has been a very powerful and challenging experience. I mean, a year ago, more or less, I didn't know so much about the KIKS project and even about STEAM's education. And then I was invited at the beginning of this course to a presentation of the KIKS project at the Santander Training Teachers Center. Three of the teachers that were in that presentation began a month later to do some activities about the KIKS project. But it was in the international meeting at Castro where we were really aware of the powerful of the KIKS project. I mean, here our students had to present their activities in English. They had to communicate to other students. They had to communicate their learnings to university and high school teacher, and we were really aware of the powerful of the KIKS project because of this line of work that is proposed to our students.
Hi, my question is, were you satisfied with the process of being part of the KIKS project?
Of course, I'm satisfied, and not only me but my students too. The KIKS project has given to us the opportunity to work with others, to share our knowledge, our learnings, to collaborate and to communicate our findings with other students and even with teachers from the university and high school teachers. I think that the main point of the KIKS project has given to us the fact that the students have to communicate their learnings to other students and teachers, and I think that it's very important to improve our learning and teaching processes.
Hello, my name is Christoph, and I would like to ask that how did your school and your students benefited from this project, and how did you benefited from this project?
Well, for me and my students, only the possibility of being at the KIKS International Meeting at Cambridge and visiting the Cambridge Science Festival has been like a big prize for all the hard work that we have made over the whole year. Being at the Cambridge International Meeting has allowed us meeting students from other countries, talking and share our points of view about STEMs with teachers from with Bulgarian, Finnish, British and Spanish teachers, and I mean that it has been a very good experience for all of us. And about the schools, in our case, I think that nowadays only the fact of being part of an international project is a sign of innovation, creativity, and network knowledge sharing. So I think that it's very important for all the schools that have been participating at the KIKS project.
Next question is that what kind of recommendation would you make for improving the project and the STEAM education?
Well, and about how to improve these projects and the STEM education in general, I really don't know if what I'm going to tell you is a recommendation or is only personal thinking, but I think that the most difficult thing in this kind of projects is how to combine the needs of investigation and the reality of schools, the needs of the university and the reality of the high schools. I mean, For example, this year we have been all the schools that have been working at the KIKS project. We have been collaborating through the KIKS microbit wiki space. Sometimes maybe we haven't been so active as we wanted, but sometimes the reality of the schools is very difficult, and we need to set up different rhythms of work, I think. But I really like the experience of the KIKS project. I really like the experience of the wiki space, and I think that we could improve this process that we have started with the KIKS project, and maybe in other STEMs project we could follow this work line.
My final question: do you have any plans in working this way going forward in the future?
Well, of course, I would like continuing working in this way. I mean that once you have been working like we have been doing in the KIKS project, you want to continue working in this way. For example, right yesterday, me and my students were talking about how to collaborate with the students, with the Cambridge students that were doing this project about the wind tunnel, and we are going to try of doing a video conference the next week, and we would like to propose one solution for them to accurately measure the angle of the wedge in the wind tunnel. So when I proposed to my students, do you think that we could propose to our partners, to our Cambridge partners, how to improve their wind tunnel? They told me that of course they would like to collaborate and to make different proposals. So we really would like continuing in this work line through KIKS or through other STEMs project.